Getting some great crowd work in right now. Beautiful stuff, everybody. Keep it up, yeah.
We're hopping in game. Once again, leaking some elixir. Spear Gods at the bridge from Vitor. Ghost in the back from Adriel. A Barbarian Barrel as well. Gonna be Recruit Spam versus Royal Giant. Adriel at the bottom with the RG.
Ghost getting a little bit of damage onto the Royal Recruits. Royal Recruits taking it out just in time. Vitor, I'm trying to think if he was the player that used this. I think it was day one. Maybe it was somebody else, but we didn't see a lot of success because Mother Witch was a possible card used. It does not appear that Adriel is running it for this game. So we'll see if this deck actually manages to work out this time.
Instead of Mother Witch, we're seeing a bit of Little Prince action in the Royal Giant. This deck was very popular on release of the Little Prince. It does a great job of adding another tank, and that's what RG is all about. It's almost like a tank bait deck. You have the Ghost, you have that Royal Giant baiting out your opponent's tank, but you also have the Fisherman plus that Little Prince ability.
Yeah, and those Ghosts are just so difficult to stop, and we're going to see it with Vitor's deck. If he does not have Recruits in cycle, it's always going to be extremely difficult to stop it right there. Has to use the ability in order to take the Ghost off the board. Both players just kind of resetting right now, heading into overtime in about 20 seconds.
I'm interested to see what the spell is going to be for Adriel here, because if he doesn't have a Fireball, dealing with the Dark Goblins are going to be extremely annoying because the Barbarian Barrel does not reach that far.
Yeah, very clean defense right there. Adriel not panicking whatsoever. Spirit Goblins at the bridge from Vitor, going to force out a Phoenix. So a 2-for-4 action right there. And he's got the Evo to Royal Recruits in hand.
Evo Recruits in the back. Fisherman going to the same lane. Fisherman, not a great counter. Ghost is decent. Adriel desperately needs another Barbarian Barrel. Maybe it's not necessary, though. He's got the Little Prince ability. Barbo goes on the right side. I love the E-Spirit as well to make sure that Dark Goblin does go down.
Yeah, that E-Spirit right there getting a ton of value, but the Spirit Goblins are going to still be staying alive. That is clean defense from Adriel. And he still has 6 elixir and all these troops still on the board.
Ghost getting wiped out. Dark Goblin once again getting a lot of value. Phoenix on the left. Adriel is going full defensive mode right now, but he needs damage as well. It's going to be interesting to see how he managed to do that. What do you think it is his best bet to get damage in this match where Vitor's constantly pressuring?
Yeah, right here. I think it's going to be something like this because the Little Prince, when it's activating its ability on offense, it's always going to get a ton of value. Guardian going to be able to swipe everything out of the way. And this tower is getting dangerously low for Vitor. He's been applying pressure all day, but Adriel finally seeing his opportunity and utilizing that beautifully. Gets a ton of damage, getting the tower down to 1120.
Fireball does come out on the wall breakers. Spear Goblin's bridge, Dark Goblin on the other side. Dark Goblin getting so much value, killed everything, plus got damage, but it wasn't enough. He is still in the damage deficit.
E-Spirit to take out the Skelly. Skellies get 2 shots, plus the death damage from the Skeleton Barrel. Recruits, not the Evo ones, so Adriel's just going to try and get a clean defense and possibly go in with another RG. He does have the Evo RG in cycle.
Royal Giant, sorry, not Royal Giant, a different RG, the Royal Ghost, going to be taking out the Recruits there. We do see another counter push. You have to remember, Adriel also has his Evo Royal Giant in cycle, and he's waiting to use it for the perfect moment.
Yeah, right there with a Mighty Miner down on the field. You can't really go RG into that. A lot of pressure on both lanes. Barbell going to be able to clean up everything pretty nicely right there. I mean, so many small, just difficult defenses, and he's cleaning it up very nicely every single time.
I mean, very well said. Plus, look at the damage on the right-hand side. Now Adriel's in a situation where if he just continues to defend, he should be able to take this dub, but he's got to do it in triple elixir with 35 seconds left.
34 seconds left right now. Vitor needs to figure something out going in with the Skeleton Barrel. Finally, we see the spell be used, and I just don't think it's going to be enough. 25 seconds left, and look, Adriel is going to be able to defend out and then maybe get an RG. There we go. We do see the RG from Adriel.
Evo Recruits for the defense, but there's no building. That's what I was talking about earlier. There's no building in a lot of the decks in the meta, and that allows this Royal Giant to connect for massive damage. Tower's going down. Adriel taking game 2.
I just love how Adriel played that. It was defense, defense, defense. Hey, my opponent doesn't have a building. I can go in with the Evo RG whenever I want to, as long. Crowd asking where the Sparky is. Who knows? We might see it in this next game.
Ice Spirit the bridge, no Sparky from Adriel. Vitor with the snowball, and a Hog Rider. Is this gonna be a Hog rematchup? No. Vitor with the bowler.
Vitor pulling out the bowler. Let's see if one of these players... I've got a good feeling Adriel is not gonna be pulling out Sparky in this, so now the crowd's only hope is gonna be Vitor at this point.
Wow, I missed arrows. This is such an important moment because that one firecracker has the potential to get so much value. On the other hand, it could be a little bit scary for Vitor because it might mean a King Tower activation.
Yeah, right there, Mini P.E.K.K.A plus Snowball going to be able to clean everything up nicely, but this Firecracker, I mean, this is one of those interactions where you make one mistake with 10 seconds into the game, and you have to pay for that for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Vitor was not able to get that King Tower activation, so maybe he can get it later. Having King Tower activation this early would be so nice versus a Hog Rider deck, though.
So Vitor, 2 cards left. I mean, is this crazy? Is it Giant Graveyard, Giant Bowler Graveyard? We haven't seen anything like that so far. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Zappies. We haven't seen a lot of Bowler. Or, well, we have seen that. But yeah.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction here, Josh.
Okay.
I think this could be like Graveyard Mini P.E.K.K.A. I mean, it's crazy to say, but and you called it as well, Giant Graveyard, Inferno Tower, ready for the defense. Does he have the Earthquake for the Graveyard? There it is, a solid defense, but he does have Snowball, not Log. That could play a huge part in the future.
Yeah, right there, Giant Graveyard plus the Bowler. That's 15 Elixir coming down the lane, and Adriel defends with only the Inferno Tower Earthquake Ice Spirit, a beautiful 6 Elixir trade. And again, he has the Hog EQ. He's going to be able to go all in, very aggressive for the rest of this game. Beautiful prediction, Snowball. Not going to do any damage, but it is going to intimidate Vitor. At least it would intimidate me.
Snowball is such an interesting card when paired with and when going against a Hog Rider. A lot of the time, you can get lots of damage. Oh, Josh exclaiming here because the Hog is going in front. Snowball does allow for 1 shot, but this might give Vitor a chance to get a nice push gun.
Yeah, this would have been a massive push if the Hog would have been behind the Knight instead. Still a solid one. The Knight is always so powerful. Mini P.E.K.K.A placed right on top, and he's still going to go in with the Hog. The skeletons are on the tower. Needs to force out the Snowball, and Vitor is in a world of hurt. He is struggling against these Hog, just these Hog Earthquake Snowball pushes.
The other thing I have to mention is Adriel's building of choice. That Inferno Tower is making it so hard for Vitor to attack. He does not have a reset other than the Zappies, but realistically, those Zappies will never reach that Inferno Tower.
And right there, again, places the Hog in front, and again, it doesn't matter, still able to get a shot. These Firecrackers are getting so much value, don't even need the evolution for it, and right now, Earthquake to defend, Hog on offense. Vitor needs to figure something out, and I just don't know what he could possibly do.
Bowler is not enough to stop this Hog Rider. Will the Snowball be noble? Not Hog Rider with another shot. Are you kidding me?
Vitor probably going to go in with the Graveyard, but I just don't think it's going to do anything whatsoever. I mean, he needs to get in a cycle where he's going Mini P.E.K.K.A against the Hog and protecting the Giant. Right now, the high Zappies could have been special, but because of the Earthquake, that's going to be able to take the tower. Adriel takes game number 3, the reverse sweep, and Adriel moving on to the next rounds.
Adriel with... I'm speechless. Like you said, reverse sweep and just a beautiful death pick. In the gameplay to back it up, I can't believe what I've just seen.